Hey, how y'all doing out there? We are going to do the new, I'm going to mess up this name so many times. It's going to be way worse than the Heart of Fire Hall of Fame event. I can tell already. I want to call it like the Gauntlet. I don't know why. I hated that name when it was come up with the Gauntlet. I was like, that is one of the worst branded things I have ever heard in my life. Because I just thought of so many other things. And so this is the Valiant Gauntlet. I like that. I think we can work on that. I like it. I think I'm going to be able to eventually get that correct. Chop, what is up, my man? You had the final review drop today. Feeling great? Oh, hell yeah, man. And to top it off, I'm getting the 1,500 units I miscalculated today and getting what I want from the Hall of Fame event. That is fire, dude. That is fire. What are you getting? Let us know. Please, dude, let us know. Really pumped up to hear all that. Brendan, what's up, dude? Love the positive vibes you always bring, Bren. I love it. I love it. Supporting your fellow humans. Gauntlets? We talking about gauntlets? You all over here trying to talk about the Heart of Fire. I'm talking about gauntlets. It is fun to hang out. This is a great thing for you to be able to do in the middle of my workday, man. You got no clue how, like, some people meditate, some people do yoga. I come and F around on YouTube, and it is wonderful. Forgotten, what's up, man? How you doing? What's good, Zach? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for that membership. Brian, I see you don't want to join the whale wars in Battlegrounds. No, man, I don't. I saw this coming. Some people call me a prophet. I think I'm more like someone who likes to say a lot of shit, and sometimes I'm right. No, you know, I was serious. Like, I don't. I'm taking this season off basically in Battlegrounds because I got a lot to catch up on, man. I've been really lucky. I've taken like 2 very long trips with my family in like 4 months here, I think, maybe 5. And so that's meant missing a lot of like just the skill base of it all. So I was being serious with you all. Also, like being in the CCP and paying a lot of attention to the game, I was aware of the various events that were coming up. And so I'll do Battlegrounds. Like tomorrow, I usually do stream on Fridays. Tomorrow, if I get the time, we'll probably do Battlegrounds. We'll probably do it, and I'll do fine. I'm not too concerned about it. And then the plan for next week is to kind of learn how to fight like Zola. Like I'm told there's something called Dark Phoenix coming to the game. I don't know. You guys tell me. I pretended she did not exist, and I had a lot of fun with that, and I'm very happy with that decision. And then Yelena, dude, my Yelena video came out today. Dude, she's actually really cool. Now, I ain't gonna BS y'all. You know I don't do that. I'm not gonna tell you she's like the next Nick Fury or the next like Kate Bishop. That is not her. That is definitely not her. She does have cool ass utility though that Kabam seems to be making more and more valuable in this game via the combo and also her endurance passive. She can do still damage if they are bleed immune, so I love that. And she's very thematically cool. Like, she's actually a fun character to play. I think I'm saving up. And for those of you who are like, dude, just do the effing Gauntlet, bro. I will. I promise I'll eventually get to it. And there'll be a timestamp for when we start. And hopefully you all can learn from my mistakes. But where was I going with this? Oh, yeah, the Titan. Oh, dude, I just almost had a heart attack. I am on my free-to-play account. I've got like 100,000 Titan shards on my 583 account, and I was like, Kabam, they finally got justice on me. They got their retribution. They're like, we are sick and tired of this dick making his jokes, thinking he's funny. He ain't funny, man, and he's not funny, and he's mean. We're taking away his Titan shards. I'm gonna sign into my main account. I could have swore I was signed into it. I'm trying not to call them the main and the alt. That term will probably slip by quite a few times, like the Hall of Fame event. Because I don't think of them that way. Let's see here. What the hell is my email address? I think we're good. I think we're good. Sometimes I feel like I'm like trying to hack into my own account. I'm like, well, what's that password again? It had to do with the thing. I'm like, I think this one's gonna work. I don't know. I'll find out. I'll find out. Oh, but Yelena, so I really am saving up. I'll show you all the Titan shards here in a minute as soon as I'm able to log into the game. There we go. Woo, we're back. My babies are still here. I got a little worried. Yeah, we got 109,000 Titan shards, and I even have the Texas Titan, the Nighton, whatever, the Titan Nexus crystal. And if I pull her, I will probably rank her up because I do think she's going to be a really rough defender. I haven't really practiced fighting her yet. I think I'm going to fight her today in a few minutes here. And she's actually thematic. Like, she feels very thematic. Like, I like when Kabam does this. It can be really, really fun. And I think she's cool. I just want her to Sig 1. I did the whole video today, so I won't recount the whole video. I think I made it like 10 minutes. Because like, I think this is pretty quick to get everyone started, have a good idea of what they've got here. We've got plenty. Thanks for being here, Zach. What's good, man? OG Highland, what's up, dude? Mr. Practice? Y'all talking about practice? It's a fun concept. Transferring health from fight to fight made it interesting. Okay, I am pumped to actually do this for a variety of reasons. One, I'm happy that it's finally here. And two, I'm reading a lot of like mixed reviews. And I will say that even the rationally negative ones, I was like, okay, cool. I see that. I want to test this out for myself before I try to like form some sort of solid opinion. I'll say hi to the rest of the chat and then we will get started here. Cheers to, hey, what's up, BK? Dom, what's up, dude? What do you do, man? How you doing? Didn't know Storm purified shock debuffs and gains prowess. Isn't she just immune to shock? But yeah, I think she gains her prowess that way. My Okoye just got one shot. Yeah, don't be doing that, man. There's some interactions in this game. Like, don't armor break Dragon Man. Don't bleed Elsa Bloodstone unless you're a mutant. There's some interactions like that what we learn, we do it once and then hopefully we remember. Dark Phoenix is crazy for the. Yeah, I mean, she's good, dude. Dark Phoenix is good. I was not tempted to get her at all. I showed you guys that. I even did the video. I know not everyone sees every video, so I was like, oh, I'll cut this up. And I appreciated a lot of y'all on the stream yesterday trying to convince me to get her. Being like, look, we got it. You made your point. It's okay. You can get her. And I'm like, I don't want her, man. Maybe we'll get her some other time. Good luck, man. Valiant IQ is a slog. Took me almost... Holy shit. If it took Ace Fusion 4 hours, we're clearly not finishing it today. He's an excellent player. Trying to wrap my head around this Valiant EQ. The only one champ. Okay, that's kind of... And I don't feel like you're necessarily complaining there, BK. I feel like you're kind of just telling your experience and it wasn't a positive one. That's the kind of negative comment or whatever. You guys get what I'm saying. That I've been reading. What's up, Faith? Thanks for being here, dude. Drop Spaghetti. Yeah. Texas Titan, great name. The Texas Titans are pretty good. Do we all know the champ in the upcoming Titan is Gentle? Gentle's already in, man. It's gonna... oh, God. I should read the whole question before I start answering it. It's Gentle Zola. Yeah, I think Gentle Zola and Okoye will submit. Next Titan's going to be fire, dude. I'm really excited. I think one or two really good champions is moving out, but some of the kind of craptastic ones are moving out, like Black Widow deodorant. That was one of my favorite things that Brian used to say. He probably still says it, just not on YouTube, unfortunately, for us. But I always like that. Black Widow deodorant. The only champion I care about in the Titan is Gallon. I want Gallon. K-Dog, what up, dude? A few minutes. It'll take a few hours to reach her. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. Uh-oh. This is not good. For me, it's the maintained health pool. I don't care for them for that. So if you all are okay with it, I'm going to take about 30 to 45 seconds this is my thoughts heading into it. I've not experienced it yet, and I really think firsthand experience is going to be important here. How do I say this? This is a whole new EQ. One, I think it's really important to keep in mind this is the first iteration, right? So there will be maybe not things that we think are improvements, but that Kabam thinks improvements for what they're trying to do here. But they obviously want it to be fun. They want us to play the game. They want us to enjoy it. For me, this is where I think they make their money back. And let me explain that really quick here, because you're like, were you not paying attention yesterday? They made their money back yesterday, sir. And you're right. They did. But so I've completed like not all content. I haven't done like the FinTech and Karate Mike challenges for Karina. So I still haven't done them. But, you know, I do my daily super event every single day. I do whale on the big sales, but this isn't really what you're buying in the big sales. And well, these are all my stuff. I got to spend some 6 stones. Don't you worry though. But look at my energy boosts and health, dude. Like, this is what my stash looks like. And this isn't some dumb humble brag. I'm not trying to be like, look what an amazing player I am. Like, you guys know, I'm not the best player in the world. I'm pretty good. It's hard. It's not easy to stream and talk and play at the same time, but I try. But like, look at these. This is just stuff I've accumulated, dude. Just from like playing the game. Maybe this dust came along with the sale yesterday. But the daily super event is so outrageously good. That's a lot of dust. That is a lot. Why do I have so much dust? Is it literally like one piece of dust at a time? Okay, I should have practiced this portion of the stream beforehand. Okay, I've got to use all these. You guys obviously get the point. I don't want to do that for hours at a time. But dude, I think for me, this is where like, if the rewards look really good, if it's fun, of course, I'm really honest with you all. You might not know this, but I have a YouTube channel. So if this gives me something fun to stream and to be able to talk with you all while I do it, and I have to use a bunch of items while I do it, and all these boosts that are expiring and potions are expiring, like, I'm good. Like, I'm okay with that. But you all will tell me, Vegas, how did you know my phone is dusty, man? Oh, Jesus, how did I not get that? That's hilarious. This phone is really dusty, though, because it just stays in this room under my desk on top of the computer. And ain't no one cleaning it, man. I don't know why no one cleans it. It's very upsetting. Carl Wallace, my man, how are you doing, dude? All right, let's jump into this. If anyone has any advice on it, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I would love to hear that advice. My understanding is that this is a quest of sorts. Thanks to Abdo, I'm aware that I should read the boss node. Abdo has made many things very clear, but one of the biggest, most important takeaways for me was read the goddamn boss node. If defending Red Guardian Shield becomes fractured, its cooldown can't exceed 12 seconds. Okay. Isn't that just like his ability? That's weird. The defending Red Guardian loses one disability. He loses his disability. No, this is not the United States of America. This is MCoC. The defending Red Guardian loses one durability. Yeah, sometimes you got to joke because it's either that or cry. Or get really angry. And I don't feel like doing any of those other things on stream today. The defending Red Guardian loses one durability and his ability of shield each time he's struck by an attack. Oh, okay. So he's going to break his shield and stun us at some point. Combat deja vu weakness. Oh no, not the weakness. Okay, meet your doom. While the defender is charging a heavy attack, the attacker is within striking distance. You're gonna. There's a lot of stuns. So stun immune champion or someone who purifies would be good. Every 5 hits, the attacker is inflicted with a debuff in the order of weakness. All right, I'm getting chi vibes here. I'm getting solid chi vibes. Yeah, this feels like a solid chi shield, dude. They're all easy. Toby, I guarantee you, I will make sure this does not look easy. I will see you and I will raise you. What's up, Ricardo? It's not too bad, thanks, Juggling. You can choose all the classes. Very unrecoil friendly because of the persistent HP, but it's whatever. It's not that hard, it's just long. Oh, Carl, I cannot believe you got me to just say that, man. Whoa. Can't skip past the key important part. You have a YouTube? Yeah, I got a link. I got a whole thing, man. We got it set up. You should check it out one day. It's pretty fun. All right, so let's just jump into this. If I make mistakes, I make mistakes. Ain't no one here to see me read nodes. Mystic attackers gain a permanent passive fury. Blah, 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 blah. While the defender is close to the defender, yada, 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 and fury. Okay. How bad does this get? I hear what you guys are saying, though. I appreciate you guys calling it out. You're like, it's actually the health that becomes the issue. It's also a little scary because, like, I don't want to take the time to put a striker on everything. So, when did people start listening to Abdo? I don't know, man. Every once in a while, like I said, I like to just say stuff. Sometimes it works out, and so that way I listen to a lot of people. Sometimes it works out. Abdo's good, man. Hey, Alberto, what's up, dude? You aren't getting any brand new Nick Fury vibes? I think that's very funny. I don't completely understand what you're relating it to, though, Alberto. If you'll explain a little bit, I would appreciate it. HE is a good addition. In my opinion, it gives a little difficulty. Let's just start this. I feel like this is gonna, at some point, this quest is gonna slap me upside the head, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here, man. Step one down. The first journey. Whatever. That didn't go right. If you have, good call, Dragon. If you have 5 or 6 are clear. Do the health pools start escalating? That's another thing I'm curious about. Okay, so we have to use mystic attackers. All right, that's interesting. They did that. This feels like a bit of a roster check too. Mystic attackers gain a permanent passive fury, increasing each time they nullify a buff or prevent one from triggering. Personal space. I just showed you all those items expiring, and might as well use them. Like, just because I have items expiring doesn't mean I'm just gonna, not pay attention. I'm gonna try to do this well. I just feel like this is where, like I said, Kabam kind of gets their money back, at least from a player like myself. Each quest is a class-specific class, except for the boss. Oh, that's right. I'm doing all the skill champions right now, aren't I? This is like what we were talking about yesterday when Chop was like, "You literally just read to us the thing. How have you already forgotten?" I'm like, because I don't always know what I'm doing. This feels weird. Like, I feel I want to just jump in and go hog wild, but something's making me feel like that's going to lead to a big mistake at some point. I'm also realizing I don't have as many 7 stars as I thought I did. I think all of Isophene's stuff is passive. You need your top 15 champs. Yeah, I'm kind of seeing that here. Okay, so while we go through this, I also kind of want to try to figure it out. I enjoy doing that. Is that it feels a little bit like this is a bit of a roster check, and I kind of like that. Like, not just from like the collector standpoint of, oh, that was a cool lag. What the hell was that all about? I don't think Isophene's got the goods to get that done. Shoot. Whew. Got a little lucky there. I didn't mean to send her red. What's up, White Teaser? How you doing, bud? You said chi vibes? Like using oh! Alberto. It shows you how I'm so not used to having rank 4 Nick, my big prize from yesterday. At all. I am not used to having him. Still like my girl Chi, man. They're gonna make a hell of a 1-2 punch, man. They're gonna make a hell of a 1-2 punch. So wait, is every node exactly the same? Do I need to not read this anymore? Is that essentially what's happening here? It feels like that's what's happening. And maybe use 5-star magic, but that's about it. First time you're using 5 stars. So this is a roster check. I mean, it is Valiant EQ, right? So that, I mean, that checks out. That it's supposed to be like you're the highest progression in the game. Although Kabam always does this, man. This definitely means a new progression level is coming next month. I think it's without a doubt we are getting a new progression title in the next 3 months. Like they got to learn to not do this anymore. You put out this quest right after the next progression, and then you call it that name. And that way, when it's hard and difficult, you can say, hey, this is the whatever the next progression title is. Like, what do you guys want to call it? You guys tell me what the next progression title is going to be called. We'll pick one and we'll just go with it. And then you name the quest that. And then when people be like, hey, you know what? This is really difficult and I'm having to use items, you're like, because it's like the in-game content we have, man. And it updates every single month. When you name it Valiant and then you come up with the new name, then people are like, why is this so difficult, man? I've got the title for the hardest one and I'm doing the second most difficult one and it's costing me all these items. That doesn't make sense. And you're like, you're right. It kind of doesn't make sense. It's Elder? Why? No more ageism, Kabam. Making fun of the old people like that, there's no reason for that. There is absolutely no excuse for that sort of thing, man. I'm telling you, Kabam is out to get me, man. They are out to get me. Oh yeah, stupid vulture in this goddamn mess. All right, Squatch. Here's your time to prove me wrong, dude. Everyone always says you're great when you crit, and I always say you never crit. Prove me wrong. He proved me wrong! What a good little Sasquatch. Bagel, at some point in the quest, the node will switch. Sometimes it switches to a node where you need a relic. Ooh, okay, thank you. I didn't know that. So that's really important, because I'm very clearly not taking the time to put relics on. They are adding Elder difficulty in a couple of months. Literally, they really said that, and it's called Elder. Okay. All right. They must have set them on the streams. I haven't been able to watch either of those. So this is still the ones without a relic necessary. So that's good. I don't like the name relic or Elder. Let's come up with a better one. I don't like that. Who am I fighting? Who was that? Shit, I can't go back. Let's wong it. Let's make it fun, old man. Exactly, old man. I needed you to show up and get me. All the rest of these people are like, I make fun of old people all the time. I see no problem with it. And I'm like, well, it's not okay. It's not funny, man. Don't do it. All right. Anything special to watch out for here? Just her power gain, I think. It's so different playing Wong in matchups where there's buff and then having MD. I loved him on my Prime account. So don't take any of this as like anti-Wong propaganda, because you're not going to find that here. But on my Prime account, I only have MD1 by virtue of it being free to play and only like, what, level 47 or something like that. And it's really different. You know what? I should have gone to the healing spell, shouldn't I? Let's see if we can get that going. Alright, Purgatory. Here's where you throw a quick special. Good job. And let's heal up a little bit. That was a very little bit, Wong. Man, those are the littlest little bits I've ever seen, Wong. You can do better than that, man. I'm trying to make you look good, man. You're letting me down. Don't get the Wong idea about what I'm trying to say here. Your buddy Messiah's here. Okay, Doc, do you and Messiah have beef, man? We could settle that, man. This is a friendly zone. This is a friendly zone. Let's see, is this where things switch up? It does not. It is not where anything switches. Yes, we always got, oh, it's a constant beef. Constant. All right. Well, have at it, you two, go for it. I'll be the judge if it goes below the belt. Consider me like a boxing referee. Where is, there's my girl. I'm not sure what made me think I wanted to use her, but I saw that node and I was like, we are using her. Oh yeah, her increased ability accuracy. That's what it is. That is the worst beef I've ever seen. If you ever see two people and they're like, oh, it's on, and the first thing they say to each other is LOL, I don't think that's really a beef, man. You all fight differently than I'm used. That's not how we did it when I was a kid on the school ground, man. That is not how we handled our beefs on the playground when I was young. You guys must be like Scandinavian, or I always read articles saying they're like the happiest people in the world. They like to do that, man. The news channels. They're like, oh, hey, this guy's got an IP address in America. Let's tell him about how happy people elsewhere in the world are. The happiest people in the world live in like Switzerland, I think. And they settle their beefs with emojis and LOLs. We look more alike than you think. Wait a minute. Is this why I've never seen you two in the same room at the same time? You guys Batman and Bruce Wayne? I'm beginning to think I should have saved her for later in the quest, for the healing up portion. Okay, wait, why did my parry fail? That shouldn't be happening. What's going on? I don't think Black Widow can reduce her ability accuracy by that much. Anyone know off the top of their head what Black Widow at a SIG 200 can reduce ability accuracy? My Sorcerer Supreme is very high SIG. We're gonna check that out because I'm gonna learn something here, which is most likely, or there's something wrong there. Almost 40%. 7. Is it really that high? Dude, I would have never guessed that. And I was just showing it in a video. It was like, hey, look, I know you guys won't think this is that cool, but she's got an evade and ability. It's Cyclops. I was showing it for Cyclops. Thanks, Ace. Thanks, Old Man Easy. I appreciate that. Can confirm Messiah is Batman, which would make K-Dog Bruce. All right. Bruce? That sounds wrong. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. What's up, Chubin? Thanks for being here, bud. People used to be concerned in KT's chat because they thought you were seriously beefing. So this is a toned down version. Does that kind of mirror the streamers too? Am I like a toned down KT? You guys know I actually really like KT, right? I don't get to hang out there that much anymore, but the man is incredibly smart. The man is incredibly smart. Uh-oh. I'm trying to give Nova a treat, and the treat actually went under her bed that she's in place in. And that seems very unfair to a dog to tell them, you got to stay where you're at, but also your treat is underneath the bed you're laying in. Sorcerer is underrated. She is, dude. I think a lot of that is, it's not BG brain rot. I finally can't believe I actually said that term out loud in a serious way. Shit, who was the next fight? So you guys get me talking, and then I forget everything that I'm doing. Let's just go werewolf. Werewolf is one of the ultimate, like, you have no idea what you're about to fight, use him. Champions in the game. What was I saying before Nova interrupted the stream so rudely? That dog. That's a rude dog. Very rude. Very, very rude. JJ, hey, what's up, dude? Thanks for being here, buddy. Guess I know you voted, JJ. Casey's very passionate about the game. He is, man. Shit, I'm the one who opened this up, so I'll say it and then I'll move on. I think he and I often actually come from similar places in that we want the game to be good. And dude, he's been doing this for so long. You guys saw me. I did a video saying, like, I'm sorry, I messed up. And he's doing this so long. Everyone's gonna mess up every once in a while, man. Everyone. So I want to move on from that because I don't want to. I opened the door for this and I shouldn't have. Again, I'm sorry. I messed up. But yeah. All right, let's go on. Dude, Chop, huge congrats, buddy. I often do think Werewolf is one of those champions where if you do not play him well, it is easy to F up. You know, the whole, like, go back, spacing concept. I have, like, right there, because I wasn't paying a ton of attention, I almost made a pretty big mistake and lost a lot of health due to it. And yes, I am playing Wolf very conservatively right now. Probably to my own detriment. I don't think there was anything about this fight that required this style playing him. I could have been way more aggressive and thrown SB1s along the way. It's 80% ability accuracy reduction. Man, so that you know what's funny, dude, is I really did do the video on Cyclops. Oh, just so everyone knows, it's not he's bugged, the synergy with Cyclops is bugged. I've done so much, like, I don't think it's like pure negativity, but it's just like being critical lately that I was like, I'm not gonna make a video on it. I don't think it's worth like a whole video anyway. I've given a lot of my thoughts, like, but I did put it up in my Discord and I knew I'd stream today, and I actually intended to put it at the very beginning of the stream and I forgot. His synergy with Professor X, they tried to change it so that it basically wasn't doing what it's doing now, and it seems like maybe they accidentally made it worse. I'm not totally sure on the details, but that's going to change is my understanding. It's up on the Trello board, and my understanding also too is it's purely that synergy. I didn't even test his synergies. I was very happy with Cyclops as a champion, so I still think you have a very good champion. But help get that word out, because I know people are like kind of ranking him up and things like that, which is why I put it out as soon as I possibly could. Hey Jay, well, what's up, dude? Hey, I appreciate your supportive comment on one of my recent videos. I did see that. Thank you, man. Guess Diablo. Shoot, I didn't check if we're at the stage where we need the striker yet. I gotta remember to start doing that. 3 damage SP1 was a bit much. Yeah, K-Dog, I think I think a lot of players who have been playing the game a long time are really knowledgeable at it, where like something feels like not right here. That being said, you know, they put out the character, dude. Like, it's not the CCP's job to catch a bug. You know, we just make videos on like what we got. People rank them up. Like, I'm not trying to like kick the dead horse. Like, my points have been made. Not that I'll never make videos like that again. It's just, it's been enough, you know? And, yeah, we'll see how Kabam handles it, like what they'll do with it. But I at least wanted to get the word out that he's bugged in that regard. Save Diablo when you're low on health. Ooh, good point. Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, thanks, Jable. 200 shards away from Titan. Nice, man. Probably just a few more days or something, right? All right, let's look to see. Is this where delayed hyper combo? Whenever the striker finishes a combo, a 5-second timer started. If the attacker uses special before this time is expired, they gain indefinite passive prowess. The defender or with attackers. Shit. The defender rewards 150% more spirit when struck, but while the attacker is below maximum spirit, the defender drains. Okay, so they're kind of messing with that a little. That's interesting. When the striker finishes a combo, a 5-second timer is started. If the attacker uses a special attack before the timer expires. Okay, so you don't have to do this. It's just a way of increasing your special damage, if I'm understanding it correctly. Okay. And I think we're getting far enough along where I should look to make sure I don't use a champion that... Okay, yeah, this is actually going to get more difficult as we go. Interesting. Interesting. And I'm running out of strikers. I do not like that. I don't like that at all, dude. I don't like fighting Gilly either, to be fully forthright. Not that she's like some brutally hard defender. I just feel like something always goes wrong. You guys thought I was going to push her to special 3 there, right? You're like, that's what goes wrong. You really shouldn't push the defender to the special 3, bro. She's reversing it because it's a debuff. Interesting. Didn't mean to special 3, actually. My thumb was covering my power bar. Okay, I'll read this in a second. It looks like you guys are giving me some advice for coming up on the fights. I think I chose a bad fight to use Gilly and try to heal up a little bit too. you kidding me? Yeah, I actually lost like 7% health there. I enjoyed the format of the Valiant EQ. It was very refreshing. Excuse me. This one isn't a must-have relic kind of node. Okay. I hate the one where you have to have. Yeah, just because there's so few relics, like, I don't know. That, like, that'll already be one of the pieces of feedback I'll give to Kabam is like, dude, we don't have enough relics. Like, the quest is long so far. I'm okay with that because I think it's supposed to be. But then basically this is the reminder that we don't have enough relics. And so you're like reminding of the player of that. I don't think that's the reminder you want to be giving them right now. On Gilly Crown. I didn't even think about that, Faith. What's up, Hector? Thank you, Maris. Only thing is maybe ads, man, for Vision Arcus. Thanks, Toby. Yeah, shoot, I did it again. I'm not thinking of what's next. Crap. Doom is a really good, you not sure what's next and use. Nope, that was a bad idea. We may have our first small problem. Let's see how this goes. Dude, the pup was all too happy to throw it straight into my block. I can't pause during my own SB3. Someone's trying to call me. But aside from that, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. See, I don't know. I have no problems with a character in the game being able to do that. I love Dr. Doom. That's my fault for bringing him to a fight where a character can put damaging debuffs through his block. I love Dr. Doom. Give me a second. Yeah, someone was trying to get a hold of me throughout that whole fight. This will just take a second. In fact, I don't even need to respond to it right now. Save your revenge champs from your own health. Thanks, old man. Yeah, Kevin, I think that's honestly, I think that's kind of part of the point. Like, this is the quest that's going to update based on your prestige, right? And the rewards. Is that, am I remembering that correctly? Like, I feel like it's okay for, oh, Hector, dude, thank you. It's too much for the donation, buddy. Let us know if you have a question. I showed earlier in the stream, I have a ton of items expiring, like health potions, revives, like boosts. I don't want to have to use my items because it felt cheap. I want to have to use my items because it's something like this, or like I make a mistake. And so I want to kind of be challenged without it having to be like the Necropolis, if that makes sense. So again, we're not all going to enjoy the same things, but at the moment, let me get a little farther in. At the moment, I'm enjoying this. If you click on the switching icon without clicking on the node, it brings up an overlay of your available champs with the defender still on the screen. Oh, okay. I'll take a look at that next time because that also sounds cool. And again, I've already forgotten who the next champ is. Can you really not? Yeah. Shoot. I don't remember who it is at all. Village is pretty safe. Oh. It actually doesn't feel bad. Easy crossbones. Okay, cool. You can back out and look. No, I couldn't, dude. It said like you had to switch. You can go continue and go back. Oh, okay. What's up, Slinger? How you doing, bud? I would prefer getting full health after a fight and harder enemies. See, I don't think I would. I hear what you're saying, though. This feels more like making it through a marathon. It's interesting. Oh, Hood's got a really nice heal. In fact, I was going to make a video on this, but I didn't have time before I left for Japan. He actually can heal. I don't remember how, though. Was it letting... Yeah, I'm not going to try to figure it out in this fight. That feels like the recipe for disaster. I guess at least in this quest format, you're not worried about Hood running out of bullets. So there's a positive. I hear what y'all are saying. I don't... At the moment, I'm enjoying this. But I hear what you're saying. But I don't know if I want the fights to get harder. But yeah. I'm all right. Got all poo-poo pools. I'm laughing at the poo-poo pools, not that they were poo-poo pools. But I'm not really spending much, so I'm not that worried about it. Yeah, that's the way to do it, man. Keep the game stress-free as you can. And the best way to keep it stress-free is to not get too invested in that stuff. Okay, you all were saying that if I hit a button... that I can see, oh, very cool. Okay. This is helpful because I do want to provide like good feedback to them. Like my experience, how it went. Oh, this is nice. But it doesn't cancel out who you've used. Or I can't use them again, right? I assumed once you used a champ, you can't use them again. Thanks, Joey. Yeah, Claire. A lot of people call it Claire, which kind of furthers like it's a good idea. So thank you for pointing it out. Dude, Chop, Hood is a great champion. I really enjoy Hood. If my Hood was a much higher stake, he's only stake 20, I would probably have taken him to rank 4 already. What's up, Mike? Thanks for being here, bud. Thanks for that membership. Hey. Hold on, everyone. My Nova's barking, and so I want to make sure that I'm not supposed to be. Yeah, I don't think there's anything going on. Just hold on just a minute, just to make sure that there's not something I'm forgetting. I'll be right back. This shouldn't take more than a few seconds. Yeah, oh, it's good. I think it's just the mail. What they saying? My only real gripe was it was how long it was. Yeah, because what we're coming in on an hour here in like 10 minutes. I am talking like we're going through it. We're analyzing it instead of just like straight playing. It does take a while. The thing for me here is, did you guys say anything about can I use a champion again? It's not bad, honestly. Each section has its own unique nodes. I think it was a little tedious. I'm enjoying it. The rewards are amazing. I did see the rewards, and dude, they do look good. A little long for sure, but fun and rewarding. No, I can't. Okay, so it'd be nice if they were crossed off, right? Because like this isn't that helpful. If I'm understanding it correctly, and I think I am. That's another thing, Slim, is like this is supposed to be a replacement for the EQ. This isn't. No, I don't want to define. I don't want to use the definition to trap. Like that's not fun. That's not a conversation. That's a debate. Like I think that's the idea. Is that this is supposed to be something you do over the course of a month, not something a streamer gets done in an hour, you know, or something like that. Who was it? It was Ronan. Shoot. Does Ronan place non-damaging debuffs? I literally can't recall. I think we'll just go more. No. Yeah, because the node puts buffs on, I think. Might regret this one. Might regret it. It might be like, this is those where I'm going to use those items I was talking about. The Hood is... I love that you know to call him The Hood. That's his name. It's The Hood. That's cool. Is one of my all-time favorite champs. I pulled 3 to 4 Mystic Gem, and I almost used on him, but my 7-star Hood is unduped. And yeah, that's one of those ones, like, if someone comes to me on a stream and is like, does Hood need to be duped? I'm like, no, but maybe to take him to the ultimate peak, like, you want Awakened in the higher sig, like in competitive play and that whole thing. Dude, Mordo's a lot of fun. I'm not gonna try to play like high skill Mordo right now. I don't like that this phone is getting that. That's the second or third time I've had that issue where it seems like in the seems like my phone is struggling a little bit with the special animations of the defender. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I don't like that. Uh-oh. Doesn't he have a heal? I think he does. I would love for it to kick in. Overthinking it, you got a smaller roster and got through it. Okay. I didn't read a single node aside from the boss, but if you knock out... Okay, well, that would kind of point to maybe the nodes could be a little harder. I just really hesitate to tell Kabam that. But, you know, I think they'll know. They're studying this, seeing how many items and stuff they get back. And I effing did it again. As long as it's not, oh, cool. Actually, that couldn't have worked out better. That could not have worked out better. It's a nice high health Wolverine. Cool, 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 cool. Good, 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 good. Damn, he couldn't live long enough. White Tiger was too good. Hey, dude, what's up, dude? Yeah, that's essentially what a lot of folks are saying. Like, hey, it would have been cool if the fights are maybe they would have traded slightly tougher fights for maybe less or a little less time or something. Just something that's right. I'm enjoying it, Justin. Like the challenge is kind of the length of it. So far, that's what I would say, and I am enjoying that. But a lot of people, a lot of commenters so far are saying they would have preferred slightly more difficult fights, a trade-off of slightly more difficult fights for maybe less fights, and I can see that too. Ace, not saying that it shouldn't take time, but 3.5 hours for 6 quests is a lot. Ace, I'm not being facetious. This is actually a real question. If it was like that same amount of time, but split up into 12 quests, would that feel better? And I think you understand. I'm not trying to be sarcastic or facetious. It's truly it's like the presentation of it. And I understand how the presentation can be very important. Let's heal a little bit, huh? That's my girl. It's supposed to last a month worth of content. Yeah, that kind of goes to the question I asked Aso as I saw Ace's comment before I went into the fight. Is I wonder if that's different, like presentation would change thoughts on it a little bit, because I do think it's supposed to be a month worth of content. Like no, yeah, exactly. Like we don't sit down and do the monthly EQ and be like, I'm doing all of it right now, or very rarely, right? Hey, Phil, what's up, dude? You just finished, dude. That is wild. That's crazy. Welcome home too. That's awesome, man. Larry, what's up, dude? Larry, looks like someone maybe your last message has been retracted, buddy. Oh. Can you make me a poll for the Dark Phoenix? Is it gonna be in Banquet or Sigil in the future, please? I mean, let's just have people give their own definitions, man, or their own ideas. I think Phoenix will probably be a chase champion. Maybe shows up in the Banquet at some point, maybe in another sale. I would be surprised if she goes to the Sigil. Like, can you imagine people spending all those units for like a grinder, or people spending all that money, and then they're like in 4 months, Graham's like, or you could spend $11 and get her in the Sigil. Like, God, please don't do that. Please, for the love of God, do not do that. So yeah. Are you required to switch champs, or can you skip? Yeah, you gotta switch champs. Up to 3 hours for the rewards we got. Okay. For me, the problem is the quantity of the champs you need to complete. So Andres, like, again, I totally get that. I'm not gonna try to take that away from you. I'm gonna make that abundantly clear. Based on what I'm experiencing, I think that's the point. Is like it's supposed to be a bit of a roster chat. Like This right now feels like it's a roster check for the progression, and also the length of time is to be a month's worth of questing. You know, that's my sense. I'm trying to remember this fight right now. I haven't played abs in forever, dude. Haven't played abs in a very long time. Boy, Carl, we had some good times together. It's funny is I haven't played him in so long, and this is basically the Necropolis fight. I mean, without all the Necropolis nodes, obviously, and it feels weird. Like I'm getting caught in no man's land a lot, and this fight shouldn't be that hard. Dude, that's totally my fault. Like I said, I just kind of like stuck between do I bait, do I punish, and then I ended up parrying a bunch, which is gonna, in my experience, make the AI be a lot more cautious. Kind of hoping that wouldn't finish him so I could regen more. Added to my favorite DLL champ. I mean, like, I know you didn't ask me, you're saying it, and I could totally see it. I do think it might be like one of his best designs. That's not even fair. I'm not a designer, so I don't know how to really grade those things. I really like Absorbing Man. I think he's a little dominant in a couple of places, and I think that's why we haven't seen him yet. Right, with like hazard shift or certain defense. Like, look at that. I took an SP3, didn't die, and I think I was able to heal and come out with more health than I started the fight with. So there's some certain matchups like that, but that's okay. I mean, some defenders are just going to some attackers are going to dominate some defenders. I think that's probably a little bit of what he did with hazard shift, but they're growing hazard shift, right, with like rupture, and they changed up how it is. But of course, for me, it's going to be Kushala like every single time. If I remove Kushala, I think if Kate's cold snap was a debuff and the damage came down a little bit, I think Kate's really awesome too. There's a lot of like multiplying levels there that are really cool. Where if like you play her well, you like, that's why she reached such highs in Necropolis. I love that Serpent's a little far as a defender, okay? Like he is. But I do like that in that defender, we got kind of a simple to play, really powerful attacker. So yeah, he's a great designer, obviously. So it's going to be hard to pull just a favorite one. Okay, I actually maybe should have saved America for this fight against What's nuts here, but let's go Kushala. And I can use any class for Red Guardian, right? I think I can. Okay. 7-star Absorbing Man would be awesome. Yeah, like I didn't even consider him for. I was surprised it was Tigra too, but I didn't even consider abs because I was like, he's too new, he's too current, kind of shuts down some things a little too much. He's not like broken or he's not. Do those terms even mean anything anymore in this game? I don't think he's too much for the game though. I just think like, dude, hold off. You could sell Absorbing Man next year at this time and get just as much money for him. Like, sell someone else. Was kind of the essence of it for me. Not gonna lie, I'm happy. I can't read the whole thing before the fight. Dude, I always forget about this stupid idiot and his non-contact mediums. I was really hoping for the passive to kick in there. I believe I may have chosen poorly. Should I go for it again? I can't remember if her degen is a passive off the SB3. Yeah, this isn't going good. I gotta try to well-time block a few things. Ooh, I didn't know that timing. That was cool. Alright, we're making this work. This isn't really how you draw up the playbook. Man, my spells fell off faster than I wanted them to. This is good, this is good, this is good. Oh, right in the face. What's up, Kingslayer? How you doing, bud? I did that completely to myself. I deserve that. I deserve every part of that. I'm not restarting this lane, so we're just gonna revive. Like, there's no talking about all the items. Like, this is where I feel like Kabam gets their gonna get their money back. Not actual money, but you guys get my point. Because I didn't want to incinerate him. I was essentially trying not to get myself rooted, and I kept hoping that one of the soul barbs would stick. But to you guys' point, that may have just worked. Bullseye worked great. Oh, Felganos. Yeah, not gonna lie, the only skilled champ even possible of Nick's power low is Kate. Kate's like, and like, look, DLL's come out and said, he said it publicly, okay? He said she's overtuned. So like, I don't want to beat a dead horse. She obviously is. Like, the damage that the cold snap can do, it's too much. He said it. Like, it's not, but like I said, I'm not, like, one, they're designing things, they're trying stuff. Like, they don't know exactly how it's going to work in the game. They do their best, right? So like, especially if a person said like, hey, this wasn't, it's a little bit much, like, I don't know, let it go. It's cool if they accepted that. And what does suck is that like Kate is a cool design and she is a cool character. So I think it's important to kind of give credit for that, Thanks for the advice on the SB1s, guys. I didn't even think about the nullify. We've just been more talking. Like, kind of to your point, these fights, at least that lane, the fights weren't they weren't hard. It was just more of like, more of like a don't mess up. It's a bit of obviously a roster check. I'm putting the timestamp for the Red Guardian fight. And so I'll be honest, I couldn't even tell you what the note is right now, and I just did the whole quest. Hey, Big in chat, big fan, appreciate the word. Dude, thank you very much, Deadshot. I appreciate you stopping by, and obviously the kind words. What's up, Carlos? Yeah, maybe I should have used my newest rank 4. I love me my chi. Should read the notes. Riot shield. Okay, this is where like we hit him. He's eventually going to break his shield. In my memory is that's going to stun us, right? That's kind of like the whole style of play in Red Guardian. Or yeah, you guys get it. Weakness debuff if we land the same basic attack in a row. But we could cleanse those, but I'd prefer not to. Well, they finish charging heavy. Okay. Accident prone. Okay. You know what? This actually may kind of overwhelm Cheese cleanse. This is gonna be interesting. The down and out, if you don't pay attention, that's gonna get you. I see why you guys said Fury. I see you guys. What's up, Sombra? How you doing, bud? Is she good and awaken who? Chi? Yes. So I'm just gonna play this really simply, as you're seeing. Like, I'm not even gonna mess with too much, and just keep my my cleanses up so that they're always available. I don't think we're even gonna need to land our heavy, so I'm not gonna worry about it. And because the debuffs, I think, are the biggest threat for Chi, we will throw our SV2 to get up to Tranquilize, which will just help us out that much more. If you don't know, with Chi, like, parries help. What helps, I think it's called like her Spirit Charge. Go through, it's gonna help you get the cleanses and that sort of thing. So this is a rank 4 Chi, and I am running Deep Wounds. So that was cool. But yeah, I see why a lot of the chats shouted out Fury. Did know, like, Fury, Chi. That's what I'm saying, man. I think I'm probably gonna call Fury the best. I don't know, man. Fury, Chi, and Crossbones. I do think Crossbones is in that tier. We're talking more like Battlegrounds attack, though. As far as like just general questing and things like that, he's a bit different. And let's see his rewards, dude. For one path. You know how hard it is for me not to make fun of that Dark Plume thing, but I've made fun enough. I've made fun enough. Some tier 4 alpha, dude. Some Titan shards. Even a little bit of the Awakening gems. Anyone else feel like we get too many of these? Some 7-star 6 zones. I gotta use those. All right, that's cool. I'll catch up on chat a little bit, and then we'll start the next quest. I'm holding off on Awakening Nick or Phantom until I can form another Awakening Gem Crystal from the EQ. That way, hopefully, I can get one of their classes and give the other one a generic. That makes a lot of sense. Fel, are you like fully back playing, man? Let me know. I'm curious about that. Then I think I have the means to Sig 200 R for one of them and R for half Sig another. Dude. You know, I guess I could too, now that I think about it, because I've got all those generics expiring. I don't know, not that they're not worthy, they are, but I think I want to put a bunch into, I don't think I've done like a rank up roundup in a long time. I should probably do one. Just so you guys can kind of know where I'm at. And people have told me it's helpful when they're looking to use their own resources, like if they can't catch a stream or something. But I have put some stones into Red Guardian. I do think I want to take him to like around Sig 100. Unfortunately, the country's Ankh site is just down. My understanding is it might be down forever, which sucks because it was so good. Aunt May is not fully updated, although I think they have the Red Guardian buff, so maybe I can check that out. So I might want to do that. And then I do have all of those Titan crystals saved up, because I do want a lot of those champions. Like I want Zola, I want Bastion, I want Spider-Woman, I want Jean Grey. I think they're really good champions. They're very current in the game. So I'm just trying to save as much resources for those two. We'll see. I nearly followed you and went Chi if I ranked 4 gem, but ended up going Bullseye. He's awesome. Bullseye's really good, man. He's a lot of fun. They did a really nice job. I feel very similar about Bullseye as they do Yelena. I think eventually Yelena's going to be in a similar category to Bullseye. I don't know if she's quite as potent a defender, because you do need to get to that SB2. You need to have her awakened to get some of that utility she's got, where Bullseye just kind of has a lot of it out of the box. And then I think he has to throw a special one, if I remember correctly. But yeah. I'm playing casually, but I haven't been having much trouble keeping up. That's good, dude. That's good. Dude, Fel, you know I started a new alliance. That's one of the reasons I was asking is... we are on a bit of a wait list now, but if you're ever interested in this alliance, let me know. Justin, I thought Cat's Infographic says we get 24 things. I think we do probably for like, that's probably the difference between, Sorry, everyone in my alliance. I was gonna do the 8Q and then I forgot. I really am sorry. That was not on purpose. Let's jump into the next quest here. I forgot to write down. Here it is. So we're gonna start tech now at 116. 20. All right, so we are starting the tech quest. We'll take a look at the node really quick. Skill attackers gain an indefinite 35 precision passive when the damage is purified or expires. Okay, that's cool if they added that. Debuff duration on the defender suffers 40% duration. Kind of sucks. Oh. Wait. I thought this was the tech lane. What the hell did I do? Oh, it's not the tech lane. It's just that Ghost is the... My bad. Sorry, everyone. Okay. When the defender finishes special attack, they gain a debuff immunity passive for 4 seconds. The duration of this debuff immunity is reduced by 2 seconds for each debuff that was active. All right, this is a weird one to me. Again, I probably overthinking this one as well. Bring your serpent for ghosts. All right. 7 serpent. Oh, I think we cleared it. Thanks, Crazy Canuck. We're gonna have to take a look at. I apologize, everyone. We're gonna do a little alliance talk. We're gonna have to take a look at the AQ. Obviously, we have the whole third BG joining after ward seasons. But I just want to make sure people aren't getting frustrated in AQ because we have one BG who's just tearing through it, and the other one, you know, they did say they're like, I'll do it if I kind of have to. I don't really care. So anyways, I want to take a look at the BGs once we get the third BG. And we might end up going with the BG who just doesn't do AQ outside of Nightmare Rage, which we said we would do. Man, this is why I used Elsa early. Those really advanced Elsa players may have known a better strategy for this. But with that rapid metabolism, I felt like she wouldn't be quite as powerful for the utility I would want her for, which would be the anti-evade. Obviously, her damage is still pretty good, but I wanted to kind of not get her out of the way early, per se, but yeah, basically what you're seeing. Yeah, shoot, that's my fault for forcing it. Yeah. What are we talking about? We're talking about Ghost, the game has grown around her. Yeah, I think so. I very much think so, but I don't know. I feel like I've talked about this stuff so much. I don't want to I don't want it to seem like I'm beating a dead horse. I genuinely think Hulkling and CGR would have been fine too, dude. Like, And I'm not ripping on Serpent. I think Serpent's a great champion offensively. Like I said, defensively it's a bit much, but I think that's what he's supposed to be. Serpent offensively is like busted, dude, and he's so simple to play. Like, it's not a surprise that there's a boss in here that people are like, dude, just bring Serpent. And I don't know, but again, I don't design the game, obviously, and I don't know what they have planned. So, yeah. Shit, I thought I was still in Mastery 2. I'm not focusing. The first lane was easy enough that, like, I'm obviously not focusing. Agreed. CHR is about as meta-defining for BGs as Nick is. So that's what... Y'all are gonna get me to start doing it. I kind of feel similarly. CHR and BGs is a menace. But I think... So here, you guys want to hear a hot take? I don't know if Tiger's gonna be at... Tiger is going to be great in BGs. I don't know if she's going to be as powerful in BGs as people think she is. Like, as widely powerful. And I think a lot of that's due to Kabam growing the defenders. We'll see. We'll find out, obviously. But that's part of why, like, even yesterday we were talking about it and it was like, well, hey, dude, like, just learn to use her really well. And I'm like, I've learned to use her okay. I don't know if I have the desire to learn her to where you would need to use her, like in the level of BGs I want to play, and particularly in that, like, I don't look, dude. We're gonna have her as a 9 or a 10 attacker in Battlegrounds, like on my tier list. Like, she's still amazing. I don't take the wrong idea from this, but I don't know. Like, we were actually talking about this literally this morning in Illuminati chat, that it's time for a really extensive update to Battlegrounds, which tier list, which makes sense. It just kind of happened fortuitously, and then it ended up like, oh no, this works. That I do a biannual, I think the term's biannual, but every 6 months I do a huge top 10, right? And then I tell you, as I'm being really honest, like, this required to fully think through everything again. So it's like a month by month update. We basically like just remove everything and start over. Sometimes it doesn't change that much. But I do think Battlegrounds has reached this interesting point where there's going to be very few 10s and 9s out of 9s and 10. And I think there's going to be a lot more 7s and 8s, like a lot. Because it's going to be like, how did you set up your deck? How did you ban? And sometimes you're just going to face someone, you're like, I just don't have an answer for that. Like, I just don't. So I think Tiger will still be like a 9, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to put her as a 10. I hope I'm wrong, or I don't know if I hope I'm wrong, but I'm very open to the idea that I might be wrong. This guy really doesn't want to throw specials. It did feel good to play Kate again. Tiger isn't for me. I know she's powerful. I just don't care to learn the playstyle. That's ultimately where I am at too, Brennan. Maybe it's a little bit of my desire to be like, I'm not concerned with hitting, you know, Celestial. Maybe I'll get there again in a few months or seasons. I don't know. But I'm not right now, that's for sure. And I don't think I will be next season. And so it's kind of a dual thing where I'm not as concerned about being that competitive. Plus, I don't think Tiger is like the dominant attacker she was like when Battlegrounds first started. Still an amazing though. Like anyone who's recently gotten Tiger, please don't take away from this that that like she's not dominant and you don't have an amazing champion on your hands. You do. Wait, remember if I forget to activate it half the time? Yeah. I think Kabam saved the Cosmic Big 3 for later release. Every class except Cosmic still has... Cosmic's actually gotten really good too. They like kind of... I feel Cosmic and Tech have very sneakily gotten better. Feels like the game around them. Cosmic is one of those classes though where like they have more tier above all champions. I think they're a little more like flashy, so a little more obvious to put in there. With scores and things, where Tech feels like they have just grown this crazy second tier. Like, I still don't know, even though I love Prowler, I'm like, I don't know who I want to rank for first. We may wait for Bastion, or for at least for that opening that I'm going to do. That's fun. Fun to play Shang-Chi again. Fell's probably one of the few people here that remembers when I loved Shang-Chi. Still do. Still do, actually. Cosmic has always been stacked. Think of how long we've had some of the slept-on champs. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't feel that way about Hyperion. I understand he can do some outrageous stuff, but I think he's being outclassed in his own class now. I really do. Like, I remember being very excited when I pulled him. No part of me has at any point really considered taking him to rank 3. Not that he's not worth it. I just have so many options. Giving Nova. If my null was high sig, dude, he'd be at 3, or I'd be considering 4 for sure too. Honestly, Shang is the most versatile attacker in the skull. He's so outrageously versatile, dude. He's insane. My first tech R4 is going to be Warlock. Just like, yeah, like that's crazy. Like, that's what I mean about the tech class is. Shoot, I forgot to awaken my Nick. Can I awaken him? There you go. Just used to. I was hoping to. I had planned on doing that like in a video, making it a bit more dramatic. But there it is. Just got to make sure I don't die to a MCoC SP1 right now. My null is natural with Sig 160. What rank do you have him at, old man easy? ridiculous. That that was ridiculous. I know. That wasn't even Second Life. That was just. All right. I ain't gonna complain. All right. What's tough still? We still got hype. Might be a bit of a problem. Mordo might be a bit of a problem too. All right. Is it the rewards for this that are? That's what I think, Ali. But can you confirm that? I do think it is this. I think it's the rewards for this will scale. What? Who am I fighting? I don't even remember anymore. I get what you guys are saying about this quest. I think Kabam's titrations on this will completely depend on what it is they're hoping to do. If they were hoping this to feel a little longer, a little more tedious, like take up a month, they might leave it alone, because I think it does do a great job of that. I think the rewards are fully worth the time invested. It is a roster check. I do think it is. I know a lot of you said that this was easy for you, but you might be a very high skill player, and so I do think it's intended to be a skill or a roster check sort of thing, you know, maybe a little bit of both. So I think that's happening. And again, this is kind of like different. I was talking about this yesterday on stream. The difference between like the things I will like give feedback on versus things I'm just like fully complaining about, right? Like I'm not going to complain about this because it's a little bit of like, I think personal preference is coming in to play here on this. More than objective good or bad. I think there's some feedback being like, hey, look, if you're hoping for it to feel a little bit more of like, tedious isn't the word, because I think that has a lot of value judgment in it. But if that's what you're shooting for, like, dude, nail on the head, you know, that sort of thing. Yeah, if they ask, I'll be like, oh, I would like it to be this way or that way, but I don't know. This feels. Oh no, Mordo's not a hero, is he? I always forget that. Stupid Mordo. Prefer this kind of content over necro type all day. Oh man, that felt like an input issue. We'll reset after this. There's a chance that was me. We'll reset real quick. I'm obviously not really actually going anywhere. We're just going to be right back. Hawkeye is great for hype. Oh, that would be a cool use for Hawkeye. I think mine's still at rank 1, but that could be fun. I like Hawkeye. I had to play him on the Prime account, my free-to-play account. And he was really powerful, dude. I think I even did a video after. I was like, you know what? For people who've like pulled him early, and you know they look at like my tier list and they think that means he sucks. It doesn't. If he's on there, he's got at least some uses. But I should do a video just so people know, like, that they're not, you know, hey, I got this thing. I might want to check it out. One of the collections of MCU post-credit scenes that went nowhere. Oh, which one? I forgot what I was talking about. I've always been a firm believer that Nick does not need his awakening to be here. After that, Soups, I mean, that is a rank 4, but after that, I don't know. I might be with you. Hyperion had a guaranteed armor break on SP2 or a small increase in ability accuracy of his effects. He'd be amazing, but he's definitely overshadowed now. Yeah, I feel very similar. I feel very similarly on all of that. And I'm not a very experienced hype player. Okay, so Fell's saying he doesn't think this is the thing that's going to scale with your rewards. You know, my boost fell off, but I'm not feeling like we need them. They probably fell off a long time ago. I love Mojo. I'm going to take Mojo. Dude, Mojo's amazing. I think you got to go back a couple years. I was kind of predicting that he was going to become significantly more valuable, and a lot of that was due to I can't think of what he calls it right now. The thing that like not Tigra, that Shothra has, where they reduce the duration of the buffs instead of just preventing them completely or getting more powerful, like America Chavez does. Let's see here. What's his deal, dude? I think you get to your SP2 and then you let them attack into you, if I remember correctly. So now that as I literally said that, that could be another reason for the 15 fights, guys, is again, the roster check and to kind of force you to at least have some working knowledge, even if it's minimal, of champions. Like, you know? Okay, let's see. I think I'm right on this. Okay, good. Now we go in and wail on him, right? Ooh. I got lucky there. And I know I'm probably about to anger all of you recoil users out there, and you're a vocal bunch. I see why you all don't like this. I also think that, like, it's one of those where, like, I get why you don't like it. I also think that's kind of part of the point. Not to necessarily make you not like it, but it's like if you want to do more damage, you're going to pay a price. I think that's kind of the point. I'd be curious to see how Kabam changes that. Again, I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm just saying I think that's kind of part of the point. It'd be interesting to see what they do. Shoot. Again, I forgot to pay attention. Let's go with Masakre. Variety of ways to do damage. I might want to heal up. Atrophy. Thank you, Snoops. You remember calling out Mojo now? Yeah, I did. You know what's really funny is, obviously I didn't know, but DLL put out Absorbing Man like the next month. That was like all I was talking about in December because of all the top 10s and things like that. And then DL put out Absorbing Man, which coolly enough has like a different version. I think he was in his forms. He reduces the duration of power gains, I think, if I remember correctly. And I thought that was a really cool take on it. Here, let's heal this up a little bit. What I'm planning to do is use Chi at some point and use her SP3 to heal. Yeah, Hoodlum, I keep just forgetting, dude, because kind of the thing that we've all been talking about is that this is not as hard as I thought it might be, or as difficult as I thought it might be. and so I'm kind of talking with you all a bit more. Whereas if this was slightly more difficult content, I'd be paying more attention to what I'm doing, and then I probably wouldn't keep making that mistake. So what I should probably do is stop talking a little bit, and then pay attention. In fact, I'll do that right now. God, I love Masakure. Maybe it's time to try to do those challenges. I because I didn't get Dark Phoenix, I still have a bunch of my units left. Although I think she would have only been a little bit. Yeah, maybe I should put those units to good use. I still have 2 more paths of 9.2 to do, so we'll stream those. Let's see here. I'm gonna save Chi until we get a little bit lower on health. I like that idea on Hawkeye. I'll have to remember his kit a little bit though. I think it's his SP1, if I remember correctly. Can you use 6-star versions of champions? Oh, that's wild. I wonder if they know that. I wonder if that's intended. I can't imagine that's intended. Pretty cool. For those who weren't here, we used 7-star Fury a little bit ago. You can even use 5 of the same champion though. That's what I'm wondering. You could in Crucible also. Interesting. I don't remember that. I probably didn't even try it or test it. That's cool. Okay, so that probably is the way they're looking to make it work. I swear if it changes, it is not my fault. I did not suggest that as a change. If I suggest that as a change in CCP, and any of my CCP mates are watching, you have my full permission to out me and say it publicly. Let's see, doesn't this guy put a big heal block on people? Because it is tempting to kill off Fury. I don't think it's worth it. Why would that not be intended? Again, I promise you, I'm not going to recommend it to Kabam. It's because, again, I think part of this is intended to be a roster check. Like it said, in essence, like, do you have enough 7-stars to do this? But I guess technically roster includes your 5 and 6 stars. Kind of like, you know, there's some quests where they like lock out non-7 stars. So I just assumed that's how this would be. Again, I'm not saying that it should be that way. I just assumed that it would be. Okay, well, now that I know we can keep using the same versions of champions, it would be super limiting if it wasn't the case. Yeah, which means to me they don't intend this to be as limiting as I thought they did. This crystal type of content is awesome, so refreshing. Okay, so Boz is liking it. I don't dislike it, that's for sure. I don't dislike this at all. I would probably, as a streamer, I would definitely separate this into 3 different streams. And playing the game, one of the things I like about the game is that I can play like just randomly 15 minutes at a time, you know? This doesn't feel like that, but again, that's okay. We all thought you for the people, and the secret is I'm the one behind the team. Yes, make them only use 7-star rank 4s. Do it! Do it! That would be a really funny twist at the end of this all. Like if in like 2 decades, the game finally goes down, and you guys find out I was on Kabam's board the whole time. It's all part of the plan. Oh man, that would be bad. the real CEO this whole time. It's better when we're laughing having fun, man. I'll wait and do this in ring. What's up, Doofus? How you doing, man? Yeah, I will say the other thing that this is causing me to do, like, I'm not gonna like totally change everything right now, but as someone who has been holding on to rank up resources for a while, like I am all kinds of ready for that. This will make me consider class balance a little bit more. Yeah, we've reached the point of the stream where I am struggling to care. I just wanted to screw around with you guys now. I don't know. I do not know why I don't have this guy at rank 3 yet. That really feels like a problem I should solve. I do know that I kind of want to see if I can get I'll bait this out. One more bait out. Come on, dude. There you go. Now hit into me. Okay. I do want to see if I can pull Gentle. Gentle is a perfect example of champion where when in my tier list or in general, when I talk about like the meta score of a champion and like Kabam making them more valuable. And I think that's fine. That's like how the game moves. He's like one of the prime examples or modern examples of that exact thing. Like they continue to put out stuff where I'm like, oh, you know what? Gentle might be good for that. Oh, interesting. I think we might want to try Gentle. So I'm curious to see how that works out. And so I'd like him. He's got a really great synergy with Mole Man that I'm shocked no one has made a video. Why have I not made a YouTube video on it yet? The hell am I doing, man? I should really do that video. But you can see my skill roster starting to fade here. I think this is where we go Chi. I just don't want to kill Chi against... Oh no! We said, what's his nuts? There he is, good old what's his nuts. There he is. Yeah, baby. Can you remind me if July 4th does unit sales like this spring? Yeah, so historically, July 4, you buy unit deals. Like you buy, with currency, you buy deals that have units in them. They come with rank up resources and crystals, that whole thing. And then there's like a store where you can go and spend units. So the idea is that there's stuff for free to play and massive spenders alike. Fel, who? He's so fun. I have him at rank 3. I was going to R4 and waking him until the spent. Who are you talking about, man? So you told them to put Dark Phoenix in. Oh, man, that was my plan all along. And then I get to go on YouTube and make fun of them for it. Do you see the beauty of this? It's my plan all along, Snoops. That's why they're so irritated at me. They're like, you're the one that told us. Here's the really cool thing. They don't even know it's me. We do it like... we do it like that show Severance. I just speak to them via this little speaker on a desk. Oh, God, this is hilarious. All right, we're just going to do the special one. I do not remember how to play. Not Ronin. Who the hell is this guy? Hawkeye. His special release is not like Kate Bishop's special release. And it should be. I think they did update it when they updated Kate's, didn't they? It is not the same. These things are not equal. Doesn't this heavy does something too? There it is. That's cool. There we go. There's my boy. We're in this. Come on, Ronan. I know someone out there's like, thanks for spoiling the movie, bro. I didn't know it was him yet. No, none of you are like that, actually. This is pretty awesome, dude. With hype is massive power gain. We're still handling this. Who called this out? Was that you, Snoops? That was a really good call, dude. Was that Snoops? I think it was. Blade to regen. Oh, that'd be smart too, man. Gentle. Felganos. Gentle is very useful. Yeah. I want to see it. I want to do a lot of things, but the intention is to start working on the How to Fight series again. I think that'll be helpful to people. It'll be helpful to me, obviously, too, when I start taking Battlegrounds a little more seriously again, or like trying to compete in them. I think that's a better way to put it. I want to see if Gentle's a good option for Yelena. I do think Yelena is going to be a bit of a problem for people. Looks like it's getting close to your nap time now, isn't it? It is, Chop. It is really close to nap time. Like a nice glass of milk and a cookie, maybe, and then just curl up with a blanket. You know how it is. What every guy does, right? Isn't that how everyone spends their afternoons? Now, what it is, it's almost lunchtime. Is what it is. I almost messed up that evade. I had to like catch myself. I was way too early and I double evaded it. Shit, this dude better live. War Machine, I swear to God, if you die. Good job. And he heals, doesn't he? You little fucking live, dude. God damn it. Rank 4 cheat, too good, dude. Too good. Snoops and Fell. We thought the fight was going to be between K-Dog and Messiah, but nuh-uh. It was between Snoops and Fell. Look at that. I can't even say that on YouTube. And I curse on YouTube. Nagase said Gentle has said Gentle counters. Oh, he said Gentle does counter Yelena. That's cool. I was wondering about that. Reversal's brutal, dude. Reversal's its own thing. Let's go, Blade. You're in, baby. Blade got called up to the big leagues. Blade. Oh no, Chi is too good. Chi is too good. It's not her fault. It's my fault. Mr. Sinister is the best Yelena option because of so few hits. Like she doesn't get into elimination mode. Is that how it's working, Oh Man Easy? OG Highland, what's up, dude? You can see I haven't really played my Blade. he's still got the yeah, that's all right, Blade. Yeah, this might be a bad idea because of what Chop was talking about. Nap time and high-skilled quick reflex play do not usually go together so well. Shoot. Yeah, I might just need to play the game. All right. I think we started with more health than we came out with. To you, Mr. Sinister and Onslaught are the best for Yelena. Yeah, dude. It is a bit begrudgingly, but I do think Onslaught's going to be my first rank 4. I do like him, so it's not a like I hate him sort of thing. I just was hoping to do something a little bit cooler, but he's just so insanely good, dude. 1% gain. Hey, Chop, it was worth it. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. And I still get to take that nap. The defender's immune to armor break debuffs. Whenever the attacker misses, gain a Power Thief passive. While Power Thief is active, all hits deal 5% of the attacker's current power. Okay, so don't miss, basically. Every 6 seconds, the attacker is affected with a falter debuff, giving them a 100% chance to miss. But up, the defender takes 100% less damage while the attacker... Whenever the defender finishes special attacks, the timer is already active. The attacker has 6 seconds to knock the defender down with a heavy. This is where you guys called out Serp. Yeah, I'm feeling Vox, dude. This feels like a Foxy fight. Serp or Gladiator? Gladiator's got the Vigilance, so I can see that. My Gladiator is pretty low sig, though, so I don't want to rely on the racing to the special 2 and all that. Gotta punish specials with the heavy. Yeah, I don't think we're doing that. What's up, Masaka? How you doing, man? Nova? Oh, I was like, Nova. Yeah, we had another person come to the door. She's a great watchdog. She is a great watchdog. I think she'd be a horrible guard dog, though. She would lick them and show them where the treats are. Use Vox? Let's go Vox, dude. I love Vox. Did you guys say that Serpent worked for you? Because again, part of why I do the timestamp is in case people are watching this on the playback. So if you guys know, that would be really helpful. Vox was your first rank 3. He's a great dude. Mine's rank 4. Didn't even need the space. SB2. Serpent was MVP. Okay, so we've had quite a few people call out Serpent. I'm going to use Vox because I want to use Vox. I enjoy Vox. But Serpent's good for so many things, so it would not be shocking that Serpent could be great for that. But I got a chance to use my boy Vox. Part of me thinks I should heal, but I'll pay more attention if I don't. So let's try. And if I have to revive, it's fine. Whenever the attacker misses, okay, so you can delay that timer on the Now You See Me by landing hits, so that's good. And then this cross counter, you got to knock him down with the heavy, so we got to just pay attention to that. So we're just going to try to get to Vox's SB2 and then knock her down with a heavy when she throws specials, she being Ghost. No, Vox is one of those characters, it's like he, a she, or it could be everyone, so it's they. So just wanted to be clear who I was talking about. Okay, I could have gotten punished there. Yeah, I was trying to land my heavy. You guys called it out. And I forgot she was stun immune. I want to keep using Vox. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get to my SB2, dude. Do you think Serpent would be easier here? Because he can get up his anti-miss so fast. While Vox is gonna have to get to... but I honestly forgot about the stun immunity, and that's what caused the big problem there for me. Why did we take a huge burst of damage? What's going on? Did I forget to punish with a special or heavy again? That's just me forgetting. But yeah, Vox is... I think Serpent would be easier because of how quickly he can turn off the miss issues. Yeah, the heavy. Okay. Vox is obviously good. You just make sure you pay attention to throwing the heavy or basically knocking Ghost down after the specials. I just totally forgot. So it's fine. Heavy knockdown specials work. Oh, I thought it was a special. Thank you for correcting me so that we can get the right information out to everybody. Huge thank you to Hector for the donation. Guys, this was fun. This was a good lunchtime stream. It is time to go though. I don't know how to do it while we're doing the stream, so I will go back and add the timestamps. Thanks for making sure though, Chop. I appreciate it. Because I have had multiple people say that they appreciate it and it makes it easier to get through the stream and stuff and more helpful. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Should be back tomorrow as long as I can get enough of my work done. We'll probably do some Battlegrounds. Or maybe we'll do the other quest of this. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Huge thank you to Hector. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.